and then try to form other words. For example, I give you, take the letter L, take the letter E, take the letter G, it becomes leg. So now, try to just form other words, okay, from the word eagle. Okay, there's no right or wrong answer, just try. Okay, rearrange the letters. If you can get the 4-letter word or other 5-letter word, that should be fine. Okay, rearrange the letters to form other words. Good. You can see gel, gal, gel, lay, H, gay, okay, eel, okay, keep the message flowing in. Good. Glee, eel, algae. Wonderful. Somebody found algae. Bail. H. Most of you are able to answer, to respond to the question. Good. Congratulations. Okay. So, okay. Keep the message flowing in. Let's take a look. What are other answers? What are the other words? Yeah, eagle is eagle. Good. Okay. Thank you, Jasmine, for pointing that out. Okay, so the other words that we can form from the word eagle by rearrange the word, the letters are eel, gale, G, H, ill, gal, gel, glee, and leg. What is G? What is G? G-E-E. Right, good question. What is G? Apa itu G? It is an expression, okay, to show whether minyak sapi is G-H-E-E. G-E-E mean G-E-E is an expression to show you are surprised. So that's G. Okay. So Sami itu macam lagu Korea je. Ya, I know lah, G yang apa tu lagu tu. Okay, G Girls' Generation kan. Tu ya. I'm just making a wild guess. Okay. What is gal? We are going to spend some time over here. Gal is the a slang, okay, for girl, gal. G's. Where is the Z? There's no Z. Okay, so thank you. So let's move on. Before we go to writing part 3, I'm going to touch a little bit on writing part 1, which is a short communicative messages. Just want to recap what you have learned so far about short communicative message or email. Okay, kita tak akan pergi too deep for short communicative message. Okay, going to go at the surface level because I'm sure that you are already you have mastered this short communicative message skill. Okay, so basically this is what you're going to be tested for short communicative messages. Okay, as you know, the writing paper, you have 3 parts. Part 1, which is short communicative message. Part 2, you have guided writing. And the part 3 is extended writing, whereby you have to choose 1 out of 3 questions, only for extended writing. For short communicative message and guided writing, it is compulsory for you to respond. Hi everyone. Yeah, thank you. Keep on your message coming in. Okay, so email focused on informal context. Meanwhile, for essay and extended essay, the guided writing and extended writing, you're going to choose from report, review, or story. Okay. So what are some things that we need to know about messages and emails? So messages and emails, it is used, we need to know the what, how is email should be written. Okay. What is email? Email is written to communicate with other people. So whenever we write an email, it is to communicate with other people. Okay. How an email should be written? It should be written in simple and clear language. Okay. You don't have to be too elaborative, too wordy in your email, because jangan terlalu panjang, because we have three writings to be completed. Okay, you have the email, the guided, and also extended writing. If you spend too much time on email, you might not be able to write properly the other two questions. Okay, so just make sure your email is simple and clear, fulfill the requirement of question. Okay, how to begin your email? Begin with a proper salutation. Okay, make sure it is an informal salutation, because informal here is talking about the audience. It's not about the slang you are using. Okay, so it's all about the audience. So when we write an email, the salutation should be dear who or hi who. Okay, and then how to end the email should sign off appropriately and must be informal as well. Your friend, classmate, you cannot simply your boss, your employer. So that is not the short type of informal. Okay, unless the question is formal. But I do hope that the question is not going to be a formal message or formal email. It's going to be informal. Okay. So this is a sample of an email. Okay. For example, from Kinku at koreamil.com to liminhoho at koreamil.com, subject visit to Pangkor Island. So you must have this structure. Okay, the structure must be there. There must be a from, there must be to, and the subject. Okay, subject is not English. Okay, so subject means what is the main idea of your email. Okay, even though it's not considered as mark ke apa ke, but the subject, if you write a good subject, that means you understand what subject is. Subject is your highlight of the email. Okay, what you're going to highlight in your email. Okay, not subject English language, additional mathematics, physics. No, for email, subject means what is the key point, okay, of your email. There's a main point. Dear Min Ho Ho, in your last email. So this is how you begin your email, because as if you are receiving an email from a friend, so you are responding to the email. In your last email, you mentioned that you would like to visit Malaysia one day. Since you have already asked me on a place to visit, I suggest you to visit Pangkor Island. So in order to make this email seems like having a conversation, because kita nak jadikan dia informal, so write as if you are writing a conversation or making a conversation with someone. Okay, I would like to, since you have already asked me on a place to visit, I suggest you to visit Pangkor Island. Okay, and then after you have introduced your topic, you get into the content. Okay, the beaches are beautiful with sandy beach, clear water. You can swim and do snorkeling, as well with your family members. Picnic can be enjoyed in the open areas of the beach. At the beach, hope to see you here someday, your friend Jongkook. Okay, so this is around 80 words. If not mistaken, I count these 80 words from Dear Min Ho Ho. Okay, so not to make you as candidate afraid of whether you have to really count until 80 or not, just make sure when you keep on practicing, you know your length. Okay, how long you can write in a paper, on a paper. Okay, so basically 80 words is around half of a paper, okay, or 1/3 of the paper. That's enough. Okay, so if you can look at what I've highlighted here, okay, what I've highlighted here, these are some of the important parts when we are writing an email. Okay, you must have your salutation at the beginning, and then you try to refer to the previous email, okay, as if you have read an email, and then you are responding to the email. Okay, and then you go to your content, your body, what you are talking, what you are going to explain to him, what you are going to suggest to him, what you are going to advise to the person. Okay, and then you close or you end your email with a proper closure. Okay, hope to see you here someday, hope to hear from you soon, okay, and so on. then your friend Jungkook. Habis. Okay, so this is the general idea of an email. Okay, it is a short response, about 80 words to an informal message. The message or email is given for students to provide, which will provide the scene and point which need to be answered. So ini secara asas dia, apa yang you kena tulis dalam email. Okay, you shouldn't be too wordy. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, just need to make sure you are talking about the issue that you are assigned with. Okay, so we really need to go back to the question. Kena tengok balik soalan tu nak apa. So only we are talking around that circle of thoughts saja. Okay, don't go beyond too much. Okay, so this is my suggestion when you want to write an email. Okay, prepare with a simple checklist like this. So every time you write an email, you know whether you have completed the task and you have followed the format. Okay, this 5 simple checklist. So every time you buat email, you tanda, is there a correct scenario? Is there have we written the emails from who, for whom, okay, and what's the subject, and then the scene itself, what is the issue, have we included the issue in the email, okay, and then the task itself, whether we have answered the requirement of the question or have we responded to the request of the email, and then check whether we have a proper salutation and proper closure, okay, closing. So this email checklist. So if you later on you want to keep on practicing, so just keep this checklist with you every time. Bila you dah siap tulis, you tengok ada tak? Do we have this issue? Do we have the have we responded to the requirement of the question? Have we written the proper salutation? Have we written proper closure? Okay, so this is the general idea of what should be written in an email. Okay, if you have any question, please ask in the comment section, in the chat box, or if you want to stop me anytime, you can just raise your hand and then switch on your mic and we'll go to you. Okay. So this is an example. I show you an example of a question over here. You receive an email from your new friend, Amy, who has just moved to your hometown. Sebenarnya kita nak respon pada email ni. Kawan kita baru sampai daripada daerah lain. Hi, the school holiday is finally here. Let's go for a picnic with our friends. Where shall we go and what can we do there? What should we bring? I'll be waiting for you to reply. Bye. So macam ni saja. The question is going to be very short, okay, because it doesn't want you to answer too long. So that's how the question will be constructed. Okay. So if you can see, there are 2 question marks. So those are the requirement of the question. And also there are a few other key points that need to be responded. So if you look at the question just now, and then we compare it to the checklists that I've suggested just now, we can see how it can help you out. The checklist can help you out to answer email question. Okay. So from who? We need to know from who. So the emails must be from Amy. Okay, Amy lah kan? And then when we respond, it's going to be from us to Amy. So what is the issue? The issue is going for a picnic. Okay, so what need to be answered or what need to be responded? The 2 question marks over there. Where shall we go? And what, the 3 questions there. Where shall we go? 1. What can we do there? 2. What should we bring? Okay, so those are the things that we need to answer in our email. And then prepare a salutation, whether formal or informal. In this case, it's going to be informal. And then the closure as well, it must be informal. Okay. So inilah contoh. So we know that the email is from Amy. Okay, so there are a few issues here that you can highlight. For example, Amy has just moved to new town, so she doesn't know anything about the town. So that's why you are responding to her email. And then the school holiday, that's another issue that need to be addressed. Okay, and also the three questions just now. Okay, where shall we go? What can we do there? What should we bring? Okay, nak pergi mana? Nak buat apa di situ? Dan apa kita perlu bawa? Okay. Actually, this email is very easy because the question are there. The WH question is already there, so we need to expand from that. If you are able to respond to the three questions, then you are good to go. Okay. So this is the question. Okay. And where shall we go? What can we do there? What should we bring? We try to write it up. Okay. Kita kembangkan dulu and then try to transfer it into sentences and then make it into paragraph like this. Okay, so this is sample of the answer. Okay, you receive an email from your new friend Amy who has just moved to your hometown. Hi Amy, I think we should go to Nami Island and have a picnic there. It's just a stone's throw, so maybe they are living in Korea. It's just a stone's throw, so I hope your parents will allow you to join us. I've already talked with Huda and Maisara, and they are very excited about it. Huda's mom will cook ramen for us, so we just need to make sure the place is clean after we finish with our picnic. As simple as that. Okay, this is my suggestion of how you can write a short communicative message, because the idea is for you to respond to the question, not for you to be too elaborative. But if you feel that you want, you can write a long and you still have time to answer three questions, go for it. Okay, but to be on the safe side, this 80 words, just stick to 80 words. Okay, can't wait to see you this weekend. Take care. So bye. So if you look at this answer and then we pair back with the checklist just now, we can see the 5 things that we have highlighted in the checklist. On the checklist tadi. So this is the checklist, right? So the 5 points, 5-point checklist. And then if we compare with the answer that we have here, we can see where we put all the how we can mark our checklist. Okay, so we should go to Nami Island, so that is where shall we go, have a picnic, what should we do, and what do we bring. Okay, have been bolded over there. Okay, let's take a look. Let's do this together. Maybe take 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, try to follow this template and then try to complete this email. Okay, kalau sempat just type as quick as possible in your chat box, and then maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then we see how can you go about it. Okay, if you can follow this template. Maybe you want to change, just remove a few words over there, and then you can make use of this template for other places. I think, okay. For example, just now, I think we should go to somewhere. Okay, so I think we should go to, and we can do what there. Okay, it's just a stone throw. So I hope your parent will allow you to join us. Already talked with Huda and Maisara. If you want to change name over there, fine. And they are very excited about it. And then you mention what you need to bring. Okay, can't wait to see you this weekend. Take care. Bye. Macam tu saja. Okay, for email. Okay. And then, or you can just follow this template as well if you want to write a response to an email. Okay. So that's about it. The short communicative message email. Okay. Okay, so for part 2, if you for part 2 of writing paper, you are going to write an essay. Kalau tengok kat soalan tu dia kata write an essay about yada. So what we can infer from that is that you're going to write an article. Okay, you are supposed to write an article for part 2. So what are some things that we need to look at when writing an article? Okay, so in this part, I will ask you a few questions. So I do hope that you can just respond in the chat box. Okay. So what is an article? Article is a formal and informative piece of writing, usually focusing on current or social issues. So biasanya dia fokus kepada isu semasa ataupun isu-isu sosial lah, isu-isu yang berada di sekeliling kita. Okay. So this is how I break down my article or my essay. You can go for 5 paragraphs if you want to. But since we are still in the month of September, you can start with 4 paragraphs first and then keep on practicing. Maybe in the later months, in month of December ke apa ke, you can start adding up another paragraph to make your essay a little bit longer and a little bit more accurate. Okay, so in paragraph 1, introduce a topic to hook them up, to hook the readers, okay, to engage with the readers, to attract the readers. Okay, my suggestion is that when you want to begin your article, when you want to begin your essay for part 2, maybe in part 3, okay, try to ask a few rhetorical questions just to keep the readers think, okay, so that they are exposed to the topic without you telling them directly. You are explaining about this topic. Okay. And then, maknanya kita tak terus bagi tahu, contohnya kata kita nak cakap smoking kan. We don't tell smoking is lighting up cigarettes several times a day. Tak bagi tahu secara direct. But we try to ask a few questions just to make the readers think or have some thoughts about what we are going to explain to him or her. And then in paragraph 2 or 3, okay, we have the main body of an essay. Okay, the paragraph 2, 3, the content paragraph are the main body of the essay. Okay, expand your ideas using WH questions. Mind map, you need to have mind map or just a simple planning is very important. Describe and explain to readers. So when we have our article, okay, try to follow the format of having a topic sentence and then elaboration and then example. Topic sentence, elaboration, example. Topic sentence, elaboration, and example. Okay, topic sentence tu nama dia besar kan, but actually it's very simple. You introduce your content. Okay, you introduce your point. That is a topic sentence. Okay, in any way that you are comfortable with. Okay, and then you elaborate a little bit and you provide example. That is important when you write an article. And then in paragraph 4 or the final paragraph, if you choose to write 5 paragraphs, so this is going to be your 5th paragraph, end your article, summarize your opinion and give feelings if necessary. Okay, the feelings here is not feelings towards readers. Bukan dia kata, oh, I love you readers or I miss you readers. No, but your feelings toward the issue itself, whether you agree, whether you disagree, what is your feelings. Are you angry about this issue still happening? For example, if the title is pollution, pencemaran, so what is your feelings? Are you satisfied with what the Kementerian is doing right now? Are you satisfied with the behavior of the people? So those kinds of feelings, okay, to be included at the end of your article or your essay. Okay. So let's try to do an activity over here when we want to introduce our issue or topic to our readers. try to hook them up with this kind of introduction. Okay, maybe some of you want to use a scenario and so on. So that's another good way to explain or to introduce your essay. This is how I start my essay. Okay, you start by asking 2 or 3 questions, the rhetorical questions. Okay, the rhetorical question, maknanya soalan-soalan ni tak perlu dijawab pun oleh penulis, but you just ask question to make people think. Did you know that they are, for example, the topic is smoking, danger of smoking. You are asked by the principal to write about the danger of smoking for the school newsletter, contohnya. Okay, so the topic that we are going to highlight is smoking. So this is how we can introduce the topic of smoking to your reader. Did you know that there are almost 100 dangerous substances in just one cigarette? Can you imagine how many dangerous substances that we inhale from a pack of it? Contoh macam ni. So asking questions so that people will think, oh, okay. And people will be aware that you are talking about danger of smoking. So maybe you can try right now in the chat box. Okay, I give you a simple template like this, and then a few issues to be introduced. Okay. You know that book, for example, do you know that there are almost 1,000 interesting book or exciting books available at the market? And you imagine what will happen if nobody buys the book. Soalan kan? Or talking about homelessness. Maybe you can write a little bit about homelessness, or you can just choose any issue that you want to highlight, okay, you want to introduce, and try to write it here on the chat box. Okay, I give you maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Try to write an introduction of any topic that you like. The chat box. Okay. Try to write an introduction of any topic that you like. For example, yang saya bagi ni, cigarettes. Maybe you want to change. Did you know that there are that books are the staircases that, okay, Louis that. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly, but yeah, I'm just reading from the chat box. Yeah, did you know that books are the staircases that lead us to success? Okay, that's a good question. Yeah. Can you imagine how many useful contents does the book have? So that's how you can introduce a topic about a book. Okay. Any other person wants to try to introduce topic? You can choose any other topic. Okay, not only the 3 that I've highlighted here. You nak cerita pasal makanan ke apa ke? Okay, feel free to do so. What happens if there's no books available in the world? Can we live without books? Good. Another good way of introducing your topic. Okay, we ask what happened. Okay, just give a situation. Okay, what happened if there's no books available in the world? Can we live without books? Okay, maybe 1 or 2 minutes before we move to the next one. Did you know that homelessness rate has shot up since 2018? Can you imagine how they are living? Okay, good question. Just to make people think, to make people have the same figure of thoughts about the issue. Okay. Homeless. Okay, Danisha, did you know that the number of homeless people are increasing day by day? Good question. Can you imagine how they are living without a home? Okay, Good. So this kind of question, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have to answer straight away in the text. After we have asked this question, you don't need to answer straight away, just to make people get into the same idea. Okay, nak bagi semua orang fikir benda yang sama saja. You know that, okay, Trisha, did you know that about 5% of the oceans have been discovered? Have been fully discovered, good, because have been discovered, it is there, the oceans are there, have been fully discovered, or have been fully explored. Can you imagine how many more species of aquatic creatures and animals that exist that we don't know? Good. Hi Ganadhan. Did you know that 6 billion tons of garbage are being disposed into the sea every year? Have you ever wondered what are the destructive consequences due to this plight? Wow. Wonderful sentences. Nur Ain Shahira. Can you imagine how smartphones can impact our daily routines? Did you ever think of living without it? So, tak nak bagi orang guna smartphone kan? Get rid of smartphones. Okay. Have we ever thought of the benefits of education through traveling? Ada orang suka mengembara. Okay, so yeah. So those are some of the ways that you can do when you want to introduce your essay. Okay, introduce a topic without telling directly that you are going to write about it. Okay, kita tak bagi tahu direct. Okay, it's not a kita kata placement introduction. Okay. So once we have done the introduction, okay, and then you go for your content. Another part that is important is to conclude your essay. Okay, so usually the easiest way to do this is by reuse your introduction, okay, and put it as the concluding paragraph. Okay, for example, just now our introduction paragraph is like this. You know that there are almost 100 dangerous substances in just one cigarette. Can you imagine how many dangerous substances that we inhale from a pack of it? So kita punya concluding paragraph will be sort like this. All in all, with almost 100 dangerous substances in just one cigarette, we are inhaling dangerous substances every day. Those smoke can affect not only us but also others. Okay, sebab kan kita nak ulang balik our content points, right? Okay, our all content. So we just want to wrap up the ideas by macam kita kepit like a burger lah. Okay, roti kat atas, roti kat bawah, right? Both are roti. Okay, both are roti burger. So the middle is your the meat, the lettuce, the tomatoes, the sauces, the mayonnaise. Okay, but the roti is still on top and at the bottom. Okay, so the same thing. Paragraph 1 and 4 looks like the same but not the same. Okay, nampak sama tapi bukan dia. All in all, with just 100 dangerous substances in just one cigarette, we are inhaling dangerous substances every day. So kita highlight balik dia punya idea in the paragraph 4. Okay. So that's about it for the article. Okay. How you need to, yes, is there any question? I can see someone raising hands. If you have any question, please ask throughout the session. Try my best to respond to your questions. Okay. So that is about writing article. Writing article. For question 2, part 2. Okay. So right now, okay, I hope that the part 1 and part 2 has been explored by your teachers. Okay, and I'm sure your teachers have a lot of time doing this part 1 and part 2, the short quality messages, and also the essay, the article. Okay, so I'm going to go to part 3, which is the 3 questions that you have to choose. You have to choose 1 out of 3 questions. Pilih satu daripada 3 soalan. Okay. To begin with, we are going to look at a report writing. Okay, report writing. So I do hope that you can still respond to the chat box after this, because there are a few other questions that requires you to respond through the chat box, or you can feel free to switch on your mic and respond. Okay, so report writing. Am I a reporter? So report writing, we have to decide the facts and information that we need to write about. We have to decide what are we going to write about, and then note down our ideas, decide on recommendations. This third point, sometimes candidate didn't do. When writing a report, you didn't recommend whether the event should be continued, should be stopped, should be improved. Okay, so this kind of recommendation will get you more marks, will give you more marks. Okay, organize and prioritize your ideas, the organization of your ideas. If it is important or you have a lot of things to say about it, so put it at the earlier paragraphs. Okay, yang mana you banyak nak cerita, you letaklah paragraf yang lebih awal daripada yang you tak banyak nak cerita. Okay, and then report writing is not just retelling the event, retelling about the incident, retelling about the competition. We just merely retelling. It's not just merely retelling. Bukan hanya bagi tahu apa yang berlaku. Okay, because kalau kita hanya bagi tahu, that's why some students are confused with recounting of events. Okay, recounting of event, yes, you have to recount each and everything that happened in a competition. Contohnya hari guru atau hari kantin. Kalau report hari kantin dengan recount of a hari kantin are two different write-ups actually. Okay. Okay. So report writing is not only recounting what happened, but there are also certain things that you have to include as well in a report. Okay. Okay, that's why I highlighted the third and the fifth point over there. Is not only retelling the event, and also we have to provide some recommendations and suggestions. Okay. Kalau dalam recount of event, you just tell ada gerai ini, ada gerai itu, orang jual ini, orang jual itu. Okay. But when you write a report, when you are writing a report, try to give recommendations and suggestions. Okay. After you mention, some people open this stall, and then you provide suggestion at the end. Okay, this kind of stall should not be open again because it doesn't attract too many customers. We need to change to other stalls, for example. Contoh macam tu. So give recommendation. Or else it's just merely a recounting of what happened in a school, in an event, and so on. Okay, so this is how I break down my report. Okay, so this is my suggestion. Feel free to choose any other format that you are comfortable with. Okay, if you're comfortable with what your teacher has presented to you, so feel free to do so. This is just a template to help you out, to keep you writing. Okay, so 4 paragraphs. If you want to make it 5, up to you. Feel free to do so. As long as you keep on practicing and show your write-up to your teachers, and they will improve. They will make comments and so on to your essay. Okay. So in paragraph 1, paragraph 2, tell the reader what are you going to do in the report. Okay, this is very important to distinguish between a report and a recounting of event. Okay, report is a report. Recounting is a recounting. Okay, so tell the reader what are you going to do in the report. So this report, saya bagi template ayat itu. This report aims to what? To explain about something, to share about something, to tell about the incident. Okay, or you can use the aim of this report is to explain about the canteen day that was organized last year, a few months ago, for example. Atau kita bagi specific date. Okay, next. In paragraph 2 and 3, expand your ideas with support them with examples. Try to expand your ideas, elaborate, provide example. Okay, and then in paragraph 4, Give recommendation and suggestion about what should be done. Okay. If you have a lot of suggestion and recommendation that you want to do to that event, to that program, to that restaurant, contohnya, okay, a report on restaurant. Okay, if you feel that you have a lot of recommendation and suggestion that you want to write, just make it as one other paragraph. Jadikan this paragraph lain. So you already have 5 paragraphs. 1 paragraph for recommendation, and then 1 paragraph solely for concluding the whole essay. Okay, that's how you decide what you're going to write. Saya tak nak tetapkan ini paragraph apa. You decide when you start writing. Okay, if you have a lot of recommendation to be done, to be written, so separate the 4 paragraph into 2 paragraphs, and then you can have 5 paragraphs. Okay. Thank you for those who have responded in the chat box. Okay, ada yang saya terlepas tak baca tadi. Okay, jangan marah, jangan merajuk pula lepas ni tak nak tulis. Okay, I will read your answer after this. Okay, so let's take a look. I give you an example over here, a very simple example. Launching of reading campaign. Maybe a reading campaign punya event. We look at the reading campaign. Okay, so when we are writing a report, usually report ni lepas perkara tu habis. Kita tak buat report sebelum. Okay, kita tak buat report pertandingan co-academic, tapi pertandingan tak ada lagi. So that is impossible lah. Okay, sebab in the report we have to write the winners, how the event was conducted, and so on. Okay, so once we know that a report is something that we write about an event that has already been organized, we know that the tenses should be in past tense. Okay, the tense should be in the past. Okay, so these are some of the WH question. Saya suka guna WH question because it is very easy for you to write. Okay, bila ada WH question, dengan jawapan WH question tu, you can form into sentences, and then from the sentences that you have written, you can put them into paragraphs. Okay, so cara paling senang, paling efektif to plan your essay is by writing WH questions. Okay, tak semestinya bila WH question tu you kena tulis mind map ke apa ke, terpulang lah. Okay, dalam kelas, yes, you can have that kind of mind map, but in the real examination, you need to write as quickly as possible all your points. Okay, so for example, reading campaign in paragraph 1. What is reading campaign? Who is the organizer? When was the event? Who officiated it? Siapa merasmikan? Bila event ni berlaku? Siapa organizer dia? What is reading campaign? Okay. Sometimes students are thinking too much on the exact answer. Sampai tak tulis what is reading campaign. Dia fikir apa itu reading campaign, nak cari perkataan yang sangat-sangat tepat menggambarkan. No need. Okay, if you cannot find a word, find something that can describe it. What is reading campaign? Apa itu reading campaign? Campaign membaca, right? So what is reading campaign? How can you explain a reading campaign? Who is the organizer? When was the event? Who officiated it? Okay, contoh saya bagi contoh kat sini. Okay, what is reading campaign? It is a campaign to promote reading as a new norm. Campaign membaca. New norm ni perkataan yang favorite lah sejak pandemik ni. A new norm. Everything is new norm. Okay, not shaking hand, new norms and so on. Okay, so campaign to promote reading as a new norm. Who is the organizer? Organized by school library. When was the event? 12 January 2019. And who officiated it? The school principal, pengetua sekolah. Okay. So let's take a look. And then once we have answered our WH question, okay, try to put it into paragraphs. Lepas tu baru kita cantik, murnikan lagi. Okay, so these are the 4 answers just now. Kita masukkan dalam paragraph macam ni. Okay, kepada yang still wondering on how to write. Okay, start like this first. Kena banyak sikit lah kerja. Untuk yang dah advance is okay, dia boleh tulis-tulis. But if you still wondering on how to. So this is, I'm showing you how to, right? So from WH question, dah ada WH question penjawapan, and then put into paragraph first, paragraph. Okay, nampak ayat ni tak sempurna lah kan? It's not a complete sentences. So make it as complete sentences. Okay, because we have the question just now. What is reading campaign? Reading campaign is a campaign to promote reading as a new norm. Tambah sikit je perkataan dan perjawapan kan. It was organized by school library. Okay. It was officiated by the school principal on 12th January 2019. Contoh macam tu. Okay. So tadi macam saya like what I mentioned earlier. So these two over here are some the template, okay, that you can use when you want to start your essay. So I choose the number 2. The aim of this report is to. Okay, kita masukkan. The aim of this report is to explain about the launching of a reading campaign at SMK Salak Tinggi contohnya, ataupun ST Sungai Tiong. This campaign is organized to promote reading as a new norm. It is organized by school library and was officially launched on 12 January by the school principal. Okay, so kita tambah sedikit saja maklumat daripada kita punya WH questions. Okay, so that's why WH question is very helpful for you to keep you writing. Okay, just because some students say they have this writing block lah apa and so on. It's simply because you don't plan your essay. Okay, if you plan your essay, you know where to go after you have written one paragraph. You know what to do next. You know what to do next. Okay, or else you'll be giving the same excuses over and over again. So make use of WH question. Okay, manfaatkan WH question. Okay, so this is the example of paragraph 1. Yang saya bagi contoh lah, a very simple introduction for your report. If you realize that most of my in my presentation, I just make my introduction as short and sweet as possible, so that you will have a lot of time to write in your content paragraph. Okay, kalau terlalu panjang kita punya introduction, but our content point is empty, there's nothing to do. Okay, tak ada content nak diberi markah. Okay, so let your introduction short, sweet, but engaging. Okay, biarkan dia ringkas, padat, tapi menarik. Daripada terlalu panjang sampai you masukkan content pun dekat introduction. Okay, so itu yang kita kena asing. Introduction must introduce only. Like this, kan? Kita introduce saja, tak ada apa. And then expand ideas. Tadi dah habis paragraph 1. Okay. Paragraph 2 and 3, kita akan expand ideas. Support them with example. Okay, let's take a look. Contoh, so from what are the things that we are going to talk about in this report? Okay, so you are going to tell the reader about the purpose of the campaign. Why is it important? Okay, the purpose. Apa tujuan kempen membaca? What are some activities? When? Okay, this is a must lah when you want to write a report, right? Okay, what are the activities? Kalau dalam satu activity, if it is about a competition, so apa activity dalam competition tersebut? When? Bila berlaku? And then what is the school expectation? What does the school expect from this campaign? Apa harapan sekolah daripada campaign ini? Okay, so these are some of the questions that we need to respond. We need to respond. Okay. You are free to create as many questions as possible, but make sure, as I mentioned earlier just now, mesti ada organization of your essay. You decide which one to say first. Kalau yang rasa ada banyak content tu, itulah you kena dahulukan. Okay. So from the 3 bullets ni, I take the second bullet lah for the sake of this presentation. Kita tak ada banyak masa nak cerita every type of essay. So let's take a look at the second bullet point. What are some activities and when? Okay. For example, I take read in 10 minutes every day before the class begins. Okay, that answer the question when. And then the next bullet is answering the question why. So kalau tengok kat sini, 3 bullets answering 3 different questions. What are the activities? Apa aktivitinya? When, bila aktiviti akan berlaku? Dan juga why you are conducting this activity. Okay. Effectiveness you can write straight away, or you can put in the later paragraph bila you letakkan suggestion and recommendations. Okay. So now you have the answers for your 3 WH question, kan? So kita nak jadikan dia paragraph. Okay. Read in 10 minutes every day before class begins. Student not have enough general knowledge, kan? Tak banyak pengetahuan am. Okay. So from this answer, from the answers of our WH question, kita jadikan di ayat. One of the activities during this campaign is reading in 10 minutes, or is read in 10 minutes. Every day before class begins, students will read a page from any book. Okay, itu menjawab soalan how pula. This is because, itu jawab soalan when, why tadi kan. This is because students do not have enough general knowledge. Okay, simple as that. Untuk kita explain. Okay, one activity. Tapi takkanlah satu activity kan, there will be another activity and so on. Okay, that's why it looks short, because this is just a chunk of the paragraph. Okay, and then you can add, next activity is, apa dia? The third activity is, yada, yada, yada. So now, take some time. Okay, now take some time to write an activity for reading campaign. Okay, reading campaign. Now write an activity for reading campaign. You can choose, you can follow this template, or you can use your own way of writing, as long as you have one of the activity is apa, and then bila dia berlaku, and then reason kenapa activity itu berlaku, dijalankan. Okay, one of the activity during this campaign is what, and then every day ke, every week ke, every Monday ke. Okay, student will do how the activity is being conducted, and then reason for that activity to be conducted in this reading campaign. Okay, apa activity? Contoh apa ya? Activity reading campaign, mungkin public speaking and so on. Okay, so I give you maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Try to complete this short paragraph. Try to complete this short paragraph. Okay. Just 1 or 2 minutes, try to complete this paragraph using your own point. Apa-apalah. Reading campaign. Apa yang boleh berlaku dalam reading campaign? Any activity during a reading campaign. Okay, thank you. Louis Jet. Once again, one of the activities during this campaign is story sharing session. Wonderful. Every day there will be 5 students sharing each story at the stage. On the stage. This is because students can obtain more knowledge with an easier way. Okay, that's one activity already. Okay, so kalau satu exercise tadi, campur activity ni, dah ada 2 activity already. Okay, and if there is another person sending, we already covered 3 activities of the reading campaign. Okay, if you can get one or two more responses, then we can move from here. Okay, I understand that typing from your phone might be quite slow. It's okay, I can wait. If you're typing from, if you're using another device, a laptop and so on, yeah, please try to respond to the question. Okay, another one coming in. Trisha. Other than reading books, games such as spelling bee and word search activities were also conducted. Okay, remember we are using a past tense because it's a report. Kan? These activities were carried out every alternative days. Good. This is to ensure that students not get bored or just reading books. Yes. Okay, so you can see the two different way of introducing the activities that has been conducted during the reading campaign. Thank you. So we already have 3 more activities right now. Okay, another one. Hi, Ganathan. Enhancing vocabulary should be included as an activity. Remember, we are writing a report. So we are writing a report, and then the word should. The word should is actually a suggestion. So it cannot be a suggestion at this time yet, because we are talking about the activity that has been conducted, telah dilakukan. Be careful with the use. It's okay. We are here to share and learn together. Jangan sedih pula. Not your bad. It's okay, sikit-sikit je. Okay. Should tu tukar je. Yang lain okay. Enhancing vocabulary was included as an activity during this campaign. Itu je. Okay, janganlah sedih-sedih, stres pula jangan risau So jangan risau, should saja perkataan yang tak kurang tepat kat sini. Tak salah, kurang tepat, because the rest of it are good. Okay, enhancing vocabulary was included as an activity during this campaign. Student must at least learn. Student learn terus, sebab dia tak ada must tu akan. So that unless you want to put this as the suggestion at the end. Okay, kalau you nak cerita tentang aktiviti telah berlaku, you have to change into past tense form. Student learn 10 vocabularies every day. This enables them to write power-packed essays and add quality to their writing. Good. I know you are good, Haganathan. No problem. Ahmad Ashraf. One of the activities during the campaign was giving. Okay, tak payah giving, tak apa. Was public speaking. Every single day there will be a person who will. There will be a person who would give who gave a simple speech about yesterday. This is the most effective way to make our speaking better, or to improve the speaking skill among the student. Okay, Anisha, one of the activities during this campaign was group working. There will be 5 students in each group. There were 5 students in each group where they could write stories or novel. This would help the students to be good in writing skills. Okay. One of the activities during the campaign was book review session. One student from each class can select one book and share it during recess time. Okay, scene. This activity is indispensable to cultivate the interest in reading. Good. Irfan. One of the activities during this campaign is students reading short storybook every day at the end of the class. At the end of the class, one student of each class will read a storybook for their classmates. Good. Read for classmates. This could increase the students' imagination. Okay. Eng Xin Yi, one of the activities during this campaign is sharing session. Kan, the general kan, sharing session. The student can share their perceptions from, ataupun the student shared, I can share the perception from their reading materials, from this activity. The student could practice their spoken English to increase their fluency too. Okay, practice their English through speaking to increase their fluency too. Good. Thank you all for your responses. Okay. Just to highlight, okay, whenever you write a report, must be in past tense. Itu aja. Okay. Dekat recommendation saja you can ada will, ada must, ada should. Okay. But untuk report the activity, it must be in past tense. Okay. Okay, so paragraph 4, kita give recommendations, suggestions. Sorry sir, can you share all the writing templates after the, okay. I will do, but I'm not sure how. Maybe I just send to someone from the PPD and they will send it to the school. Itulah, hope saya. Okay. I can. I will discuss with the teachers how I can share this material with all of you. Okay. So in my opinion, to sum up, yada. The recommendation, suggestion, what should be done? Okay. For example, what is your recommendation? Bila kata recommendation, I'll share it on the Google Drive. Or to make it easier, I'll just make it into PDF and share it somewhere. Yeah, can. Okay, so what is your recommendation? One of the, okay, ada Sufarhan masuk. One of the activities, saya baca lah sebab tadi saya tak baca dia punya. One of the activities during this campaign is reading the book and give instructions about the book. From this activity, student can practice about the speaking. Good. Okay. Good one. So, moving on to the final paragraph for report writing. Okay. Launching, what is the recommendation? Tadi recommendation daripada siapa tadi ya? Hagen. Yang itu boleh jadi recommendation because ada perkataan must, ada perkataan should. Okay. So, those kind of word, those kind of models is important when you write in the recommendation. Contoh lah, katakan there's no enhancing vocabulary in the activity in the campaign. So you write recommendation kat bawah. Okay, guna ayat Hagen tadi. Okay, enhancing vocabulary should be included in an activity during this campaign. Okay, student must at least learn 10 new vocabulary. Nampak macam recommendation daripada activity that has been conducted. Itu maksud saya. Hagen bukan salah but that your sentences tu is lebih tepat guna dekat sini daripada guna dekat content point tadi. Okay, because you have must, you have should, so that is more like share. Okay, lebih kepada recommendation. Okay, good. Then contoh okay, what is your recommendation? Ini saya punya recommendation Kita ada contoh yang bagus tadi daripada Hagen. So this is my suggestion. Agree this program to be continued. Sebab saya nak jadikan dia one simple paragraph at the end. Okay, if you want to separate into another paragraph, can, no problem. Maybe one paragraph just for recommendation and suggestion. Okay, invite young authors to come and give a talk. Okay. For example, to sum up, students do agree this program to be continued, or students agree that this program need to be continued and would like to see more from this program. They also hope the school will invite young authors to come and give a talk during 1 month campaign. Macam tu. Okay. Itu contoh saya lah. Okay. This is my simple concluding paragraph. Okay. So, you can add something, for example, okay, we do hope the program will continue in the future. Okay, dah ada kan, to be continued. Okay. Report writing, that's all from me, thank you. Contohnya, okay, that's all for the report. Pun boleh nak tulis. Atau you don't want to write that's all for the report pun tak apa. Okay, just end it up and then reported by kat bawah. Okay, macam tu je buat report writing. Okay. Because you need to know what to be included in the report. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, report writing is not just recounting what is happening, there is also one part where you have to give suggestions and recommendation. Nah, itu yang membezakan dia dengan just recount an event. Okay. And one more thing, don't make report writing as a narrative. Jadikan macam cerita pula. Okay, you talk about the event and then Ali, 16 years old, decided, so dia jadi macam narrative lah. Okay, so make a report as a report. Okay, stick to the format. Okay, let's take a tea break. I can see a lot of you are very active today. Thank you. Bagi responses, I'm very happy to see all the responses. I'm sure your teachers also happy to see your names pop up somewhere in the chat box. Okay, mesti cikgu seronok tengok. Okay, so there's a riddle over here. There's only one word in the dictionary that's spelled wrong. What is the word? There's only one word in the dictionary that's spelled wrong. Okay. Thank you for those who have responded. Yes, I can see. Okay. Apa wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why is everybody writing wrong in the chat box? Why? Why are you writing wrong? Why are you writing word wrong? Wrong. You spell W-R-O-N-G. Thank you, Trisha, for highlighting that. Okay, so the answer is wrong. Thank you. Okay, wrong is the word wrong in the dictionary. Okay, wrong is spelled wrong. Wrong is not spelled wrong. Wrong is spelled wrong. Okay, next brain teaser for the day. There's only one place in the world where today comes before yesterday. Satu tempat dalam dunia ni, hari ini datang sebelum semalam. Okay. There's only one place in the world where today comes before yesterday. Tadi wrong laju sekarang ni you have to think. There's only one place in the world where today comes before yesterday. Saravanan says world. Greenwich. Live. Dah. Tadi wrong semua jawab wrong Ini macam-macam dah. Tomorrow. Today comes before yesterday. That's another good way of looking at it. Sunday. Light. This is the second time I asked this question and people answered light. Macam speed of light lah kan. Okay, sun, I don't know. Hazim Mukri give a very good answer. I don't know. Link Google Meet comes today before yesterday. Okay, light, Sunday comes before yesterday. Today comes before yesterday. Light, today. Bed, sleep. Today. Where today comes before yesterday. Hari ini datang sebelum semalam. Google it. Googled it. So once you Google it, okay, dream today comes a dictionary. Alia Husna, dictionary. Okay. Any other answer? Don't know, sir. T comes before Y, I guess. Betul tu Nur Huda tu, she is almost there, but someone has already given the correct answer. Okay, Sri Nurwadina. I don't know, The day before yesterday was Tuesday. Okay. It's not the question, what is the day before yesterday? Okay, the question, is it not light? No. It's there, it's almost there. Light is almost there. It is. Is it light? Bed? Kenapa bed Katil tu datang hari ini semalam. Gamare. Oh, janganlah bagi jawapan too scientific ni. It's very simple answer. Gamare. Okay, so the answer is thank you. Alia Husna, I found your answer as the first person who responded by saying dictionary. T comes before Y in the dictionary. Okay. T comes before Y in the dictionary. today comes before yesterday. Hari ini pun datang sebelum semalam kan? Because H come before S. Okay, so the answer is dictionary. So the answer is applicable in both Bahasa and English. Okay, you can test this riddle in the class later on with your kawan-kawan yang tak datang. Okay. Alamak. Okay, kita tengok. We go back to these slides. Okay, but right now, scammer got scammed. Channel YouTube, scammer got scammed. Okay, so next, okay, I forgot my ABC already. Yeah, too long in front of the laptop, too many times, too long in the house. You don't remember which letter comes first. Okay, it's okay, no problem. Let's take a look at this one. Another part, another section, another type of essay that you have to, you can choose in the part 3 of your question of your 319 paper is writing a narrative. Okay, writing a narrative or story. Okay, for this one, I really need you to write the answer in the chat box so that we can see whether you are able to grab the idea of how to describe the character's action. Okay, because a story, some people like writing story, some people dislike writing stories. They only prefer writing factual essays because that is where they can gain or get more marks. Okay, so in the story, when you want to write a narrative, when you want to write a narrative, in the first paragraph, try to introduce the character and set the scene. Okay, write in past tense form to make your narrative easier to be written. Just choose one tense, which is past tense. So introduce the character and set the scene. When I say introduce a character, memperkenalkan karakter bukan maksudnya kita kenalkan this is Ali. Ali is 13 years old. He likes to play football. And then in the essay has nothing to do with Ali 13 years old play football. Kita tak payah. So introduce a character. The character coming ke, the character standing ke, the character appears from the dark, and so on. So introduce the character with the scene. And when I say set the scene, you have to use all your 5 senses. Okay, because we are normal human being, you only have 5 senses. If you have 6, then welcome to the other club. Okay, 5 senses. Okay, ada yang raise hand. If you have question, you can switch on your mic and ask question. Use 5 senses when introducing your story. The senses are what you see, what you hear, what you can smell, what you can touch, what you can hear, smell, touch. You see, hear, smell, touch. Taste. Thank you. Sorry. Forgot the last one. Taste. Thank you, Trisha, for helping me out. Okay, so you have see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. That's how you can introduce your first paragraph or introduce a character, set the scene. The wind is blowing, can hear the birds chirping, and so on. So that's how you introduce your story. Okay, and then in paragraph 2 or 3, after you have introduced what is going to happen, okay, you develop your story. So writing a story really need us to plan our story so that we know what happened in every paragraph, what happened to the character, what is the important incident in the story that we are writing, and how the story ends. Okay, a story shouldn't end abruptly. It shouldn't end just like that without any conclusion. Okay, that will hamper, that will make your reader frustrated. Dia akan rasa frust baca cerita yang tergantung, cerita yang tak habis. Okay, so end your story properly. Okay, when you bring your story to an end, explain the feelings and the outcome of the story, whether the character satisfied, okay, the character dissatisfied. For example, if the story is about a person who experienced a lot of failures, so in paragraph 1, 2, and 3, you talk about the failures, and paragraph 1 and 2, you talk about the failures, and then maybe in paragraph 3, you talk about the success. So explain the feelings at the end. He is satisfied. The person is over the moon with his current situation, and explain the outcome. Okay, after experiencing failure, he is able to complete his PhD. Can we end a story as a question? As a question. Susah kan tu eh? Can we end the story as a question? Why you need this? I know when you read a lot of novels and so on, sometimes you make people ponder kan. The writer will make the readers ponder what will happen. Okay, so so for SPM level, my suggestion is that don't make your reader think that the story doesn't end. Just end the story, okay, properly. Just end the story properly. Maybe you can enter any other competition, essay writing competition, story writing competition that will test your ability to use all this literary devices and so on. Yes, fine, no problem. Mungkin untuk pertandingan and so on, yes, you can do that, no problem. Okay, but for exam, if you ask me, my personal opinion, I prefer reading a story that has an end. Okay, unless the question is not merely a question, but make people wonder, that's fine. Make people ponder. Okay, apa berlaku next? Okay, so that's good. Okay, you are able to grab the attention of the reader. Okay, good. So, Nurbahiyah shared over here a very good introduction. The sun was glimmering lightly above her head as trickles of glistening sweat rose off her forehead. The atmosphere was tense, yet both competitors refused to look away from each other's glance, creating tension between the crowds, making them shudder under the some heat. Okay, this might be a good introduction for maybe the situation is in a competition, in a tense room, and so on. Okay, so whenever you have this kind of good introduction, okay, kalau you rasa you nak screenshot ke introduction, please feel free to do so, okay, and then make sure you are able to adapt and adopt with the question. Okay, katakan soalan ni nampak macam both competitors, tapi you punya soalan tu tak ada kaitan dengan both competitors. So try to adapt and adopt so that it should nampak bukan macam you memorize saja, but you memorize and able to adapt and adopt the good introduction. Okay, I guess story is something that siapa yang suka tulis story maknanya dia suka membaca a lot of stories. So you might be able to grab some good sentences from those good authors. So there's no harm in doing that, but make sure you are able to adapt and adopt to the question. Okay, and then talking about when you develop your story, I write here, describe the character's action. Describing character's action. So when describing character's action, what I am telling you here is to show, I'm not sure whether you have heard of this, show not tell technique. Okay? Show not tell technique is a way where you can explain an action without using the word itself. Contoh, for example, you can explain, for example, he is angry. Dalam cerita tu, you tulis he is angry. He is angry is actually a telling, a tell. You tell your readers that he is angry. But when you are writing a good narrative, try not to use the word, but you describe the action. Macam mana kita nak terangkan orang marah? For example, saya bagi contoh, he his face turned red. He dragged his feet. Drag lah, kami stomped his. Revenant bagi smiley marah tu. Tapi dalam essay tak boleh lukis gambar merah-merah tu. Okay. First turn red, his tongue is fit. Okay. Contoh saya bagi ya. It was boiling inside. Trisha, thank you. His eyes popped out. Lu Wei Jet, thank you. Okay, this is my example of he is angry. Okay, cara mana lukis gambar his face turned red saja kan, but that cannot be included in your essay. His face turned red. Oh, sorry, typo. Sorry. His face. Thank you, Ashraf. His face turned red. He stormed his feet out of the room without saying a word, leaving the door ajar. Okay, maknanya bila kita baca tu, when we read that part, we know, oh, this person is angry. Okay. There's another good one from Bahia. His face was fuming in the brightest shade of red as smoke comes out on top of his head. Boleh. Okay. So we describe instead of telling directly your reader that he is angry. Okay. Like he is angry ni, semua orang boleh tulis he is angry. But this level of explaining angry is another level up when you are writing a story. Okay, contoh apa lagi yang boleh explain? Crying. Can someone explain crying without using the word cry? Cubalah explain crying or describe someone is crying without using the word cry. Yeah, come on. Crying without using the word cry. How do you explain? His bag of tears popped heavily. Bag of tears popped heavily. Okay. Sadly, Liu Jiao cakap sadly. Trisha, his heart shattered into a million pieces as a single drop of tear came down his eyes. His face covered with water droplets, covered with water droplets. The tears rolled down her cheeks. And that's a very simple way of explaining someone is crying. Chia Feng Min, thank you. Her tears rolled down her cheeks. Okay. His face is very sadly and lonely. Thank you, Sufarhan. Okay. Washing my face with tears. Irene, that's wonderful. Okay, I like that one. I would like to copy that. Okay. Washing my face with tears. I never thought of that. A tear escaped from his tear duct as his world came crashing down. Aisha, wonderful. She was weeping in sorrow as beads of tears stained down her cheeks. The beads of tears, another wonderful way of explaining someone is crying. A teardrop rolled by her cheek. Okay, kita explain kan? We don't tell he is crying or she is crying. But when we read with the same emotion, and if we feel the goosebump, that means it's good. Was it a sword piercing through her heart, or is it just sharp words that shattered her heart? Wow. Sobbing, Asana, good. Miozul Hairi, his eyes turned into waterfall as he wept endlessly. Okay, thank you. Wonderful. Okay, you are able to describe a lot of way people can cry. Okay, and just now, okay, what about happy? Can you explain happy without mentioning the word happy? You know, you punya ability to explain a character's action. Happy or overjoyed. On cloud nine, good. That's just make use of idiom straight away. It's on cloud nine. Okay. She got the butterflies. She got butterflies in the stomach. That is not happy. Butterflies. She got the butterflies. Her eyes widened. Butterflies in the stomach is not happy. Okay. Yeah, on top of the world. Thank you. Terkesin. Okay, on top of the world. His heart filled with butterflies. But heart is correct. Heart feeling butterflies itu correct lah. Your heart. But if you say stomach butterflies, itu lain. Feeling uneasy is butterfly in stomach. Okay, like a dog with two tails. Yeah, they're very happily wiggling the tails. Sunshine filled her mind and soul. Sheena, good. Bahya, okay. Lajunya pula, happy ni. Dia slow. Okay, his face lights up in euphoric sparks, as if he is in serendipity. Good. Cheery, euphoric, overjoyed. Sunshine flooded his soul. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so that means you are able to describe happiness easily, even though during this pandemic, okay, will describe happy. Smile widely than he's ever smiled before. That's a good one. He smiled widely than he's ever smiled before. Dia senyum, tak pernah senyum sebesar itu. Paralyzed with happiness. That is just wow. That's just wow me. Smiling from ear to ear, good. Her eyes sparkled as she saw her beloved husband was coming near to her. Thank you. Okay, so that's it for story. Tak payah panjang lagi. Okay. Next. Okay, another essay that you might want to try to answer is writing a review. Okay, because writing a review mungkin akan menjadi satu favorite lepas ni. Okay, besides writing a story, because you can talk about something that you like. This is my template of how to write a review. Okay, as usual, my introduction is going to be very short and sweet, but you are going to write more in your content paragraph. Okay, for example, my introduction will be just, if you want to buy a new book, then try choosing book A from the shelf, for example. Okay, if you want to change into movie review, if you want to change the verb, watch a new movie, or add an adjective before the word movie. If you want to watch a thriller movie, and a new thriller movie, then try watching apa thriller movie? Takkan Fast and Furious pula. Okay, Parasite. Yeah, Parasite. Parasite itu mind-boggling. Thriller, mind-boggling movie. Then try watching Parasite from Netflix. Contoh, with your popcorn ready. So introduction macam tu saja. Because we want to make use of other number of words to dekat paragraph 2 and 3, 4. And then in paragraph 2 and 3 or 4, if you feel you want to, use descriptive words, include facts and your opinion, and one gentle reminder, book or movie review is not synopsis. Bukan semata-mata synopsis. What is the difference between movie review and synopsis? Synopsis, you take a book. And then at the back of the book, there are synopsis, right? So basically, the synopsis is talking about the book itself. However, when you talk about a review, you include your own personal opinion towards the movie or the book. Okay, so that is the difference, very thin line difference between a review and a synopsis. So kalau synopsis you baca, it just tell you what happened in the book or in the movie. However, if you go through Rotten Tomatoes ke apa ke, if there are reviews, they can explain why this movie score only the lowest mark, for example, okay, or do not get a good rating. So they will explain to you why. So these why are the review. Okay, and what to be improved in the movie is also a review. Okay, and then give recommendation at the end of the review. So ini yang membezakan the synopsis and also a review. Okay, you have recommendation. Even a good movie pun yang you suka tengok, maybe there are some recommendation that you want to make. Okay, for example, you feel that the actor should be changed from Kim Jong-kook kepada Kwang Soo contohnya. So give recommendation. This movie, I don't like the character. No, I don't like. the movie will be more interesting if the main character, Kim Jong-kook, will be changed to Kwang Soo. Contoh, for example. I know somebody will be smiling from ear to ear hearing those names. Okay, for example, I give you an example. If you want to buy a book, ini contoh kalau book review. Maybe after this, you can write your own introduction of a movie review ke, of a restaurant review ke, secret recipe review ke. Okay, so this is my example template kita pakai. If you want to buy a new book, then try choosing book A from the shelf. So I choose a book, Rindu Awak Separuh Nyawa. I'm not sure how many of you have watched this drama on TV during this lockdown. Okay, maybe you have watched it again and again. Rindu Awak Separuh Nyawa by Siti Rosmizah. Mungkin ada yang nak argue, rindu kamu lah sir, not rindu awak. Okay, actually it's rindu awak. The original novel is rindu awak, rindu kamu. Maybe some of you are singing right now the Rindu Kamu Separuh Nyawa OST. Okay, so this is how you introduce. If you want to buy a new novel, then try choosing Rindu Awak Separuh Nyawa by Siti Rosmizah from the shelf. Contoh, Or I'm typing here the example of movie review. If you want to watch a trailer. Okay. Maybe you can use your own ideas. If you want, I give you another example. If you want to watch an horror movie, then try watching Annabelle from the cinema nearby. Contoh, maybe you have your own ideas. Okay, you want to introduce something. Okay, it can be book. It can be book, movie, restaurant. Okay, you nak buat review tentang secret recipe ke. Okay. If you want to eat you want to eat the best American food, okay, or if you want to taste the original kampung style, go to restaurant near Bendang in Kuala Kangsar contohnya. Pulang lah, okay. Kat mana? Kota Lama. Okay. If you want to watch an horror movie, then try watching Annabelle from cinema nearby. Okay, take 1 or 2 minutes. Try to use your own ideas to introduce your review. Okay, we have one coming in, Louis Jet. If you want to see the world with a totally different view, then try choosing Leica Super Elma M Ultra Wide lenses. Wonderful. I have a photography enthusiast over here. Okay. So you have very good choice of camera, I guess. Leica, wide lens, I guess. Okay, wide lens. If you want, Trisha, if you want to scare the skull out of you and be haunted for days, I like that. Then try watching The Conjuring 2 and don't forget to switch off all the lights. Okay, while watching. Okay, don't forget to switch off all the lights while watching. And prepare to throw your popcorn to your friend next to you. But yeah, if you want to witness one of the most exciting yet fashionable, from a villainous to a hero movie out there, I totally recommend you to the new Cruella movie. Cruella movie. Ini movie dekat mana Netflix ke? Sekejap tengok sikit. Let's Google for a while. Oh, Disney Plus. Lebihnya. I can see Patel Restaurant. Hi, Ganadhan. Okay, if at all you wish to release some of the most exquisite continental fare, you definitely have to dine in the Patel Restaurant. They serve truly scrumptious meals. Introduce saja dulu, okay? You don't tell what kind of meal, but you tell scrumptious meal. So in the body, you tell the first meal, second meal, okay? Hafiz Azizan. You're craving for Korean cuisine, there is a restaurant called K-Fry not far from your place. My place or your place? Okay, so be specific. I forgot. Okay, forgot tadi Bahaya dia kata. I rasa ni. If you love watching a science fiction movie, you can try Space Sweepers on Netflix. Disney Hotstar. Disney Hotstar tu yang apa? Cruella. Yeah. Irfan, if you want to watch a thriller movie with a lot of jump scare, then try watching Quiet Place. Make sure don't make any noise, it will disturb other people. Try watching. Is that a name of a movie? Quiet Place tu ke aku yang salah nampak? A Quiet Place. Okay, you tak tulis huruf besar, so I do not know. That's the name of the movie. Okay, Quiet Q and P tu supposed to be written in capital letter. Quiet Place. Mio Zulhazri, if you want to tingle your taste bud, I recommend you taste the newest KFC menu. Ada newest KFC menu. Okay. Ahmad Ami, if you want to feel something magical and adventurous, then try watching Alice in Wonderland. Okay. The latest one is the Oz, Lost in Oz. It's a cartoon lah. Alice in Wonderland yang 1960 something. Trisha, if you are an adventurous person who loves a sense of comedy, then try watching Jumanji. Jumanji yang baru Jumanji lama. Right. Jumanji, the new one with the rock inside it. Not the stone, but the Dwayne Johnson. Okay, if you can smell what the rock is cooking. If you're interested in reading comics, then try reading manhwa such as Your Throne. Okay. Ahmad Hazmirul, if you like history about Sultan Abdul Hamid, you can watch Pilot Abdul Hamid. It's a Turkish film. Okay. Amir Azrin, if you want a smartphone that looks different, good. One smartphone review. Smartphone Galaxy Z Flip 3. Kesin, if you are depressed and want to read a very motivating, captivating book, okay, use all this adjective when you want to explain your book or your movie or your restaurant or the place that you're going to review. Live Without Limbs by Nick Vujicic is definitely a great choice. Good. If you want to watch an action movie about World War II, then try watching Saving Private Ryan from DVD or YouTube. I like this movie. It's a very old one. Okay, Irfan, if you want to be viewed as a strategical person, then try mastering chess, then brag your skills to your friends. So you are reviewing a board game called chess. Good. Okay. PPD Kuala Kangsar boleh respond lah. If you want to excite your needs for speed, you can try the latest Ford Mustang GT, the nearest Ford car dealers. Thank you. Alamak. Okay. You want to watch The Nun. Wow. Okay. So that's introduction of review. Then you go to the paragraph 2 and 3. You include your content. You describe. Okay. For example, use more descriptive word. Just now kita dah gunakan sikit adjective when you describe what kind of movie. So next, you include your descriptive word, include facts and your own opinion. So ini yang membezakan review and also synopsis. Your own opinion, whether you like it, dislike it. It is extremely okay. Thank you for coming in the responses. Okay, it's extremely exciting. to read this how many pages book novel as the main character is a determined person in this novel, itu baru kita masukkan dia punya synopsis. Okay, throughout tadi more like the review itself. Okay, whether it is good, how old is he, what the characteristic of that person, okay, apa karakteristik dia. Another reason for reading this book. So after you have completed one paragraph and then you go to another paragraph. Another reason for reading this book. Another reason for watching this movie. Another reason for buying a Ford Mustang car, for example. Okay. Another reason for watching The Nun. Another reason for watching Saving Private Ryan. Okay. Another reason for reading this captivating book is so, and then give example from the book, from the movie. Okay. Yang ini kita tak buat kot, we are running out of time. But I can see that you are very excited, means that you know what to do next. Always when you have this kind of template, you know what to write. Okay, what to write next, what to write next. Okay, the idea of having this template is to help you to be able to arrange your essay. If you feel that you want to break out from this template and use your own way of writing, it's up to you. Okay, this template is here to guide you only. Okay, nak pastikan we are on the right track. Okay, if you don't want to use the template, okay, I'll give you a checklist at the end so that you can just, whenever you write, you go for your checklist. Okay, tengok checklist. Okay. If you want to see dramatic comedy movie, please allow me to introduce you to the film Last Christmas, directed by Paul Feig and written by Ronnie Cummings and Emma Thompson, who co-wrote the story with her husband Greg Weiss, based on a 1984 song of the same name, inspired by the music of George Michael. Okay, that's another wonderful way of explaining. Okay, so you include certain descriptive words who involved in the movie. Okay, maybe you can write, kalau tak nak pendek saya tadi, you can add the movie directed by, okay, atau you can say start by, okay, siapa actors dia and so on. Okay, for this one, maybe you can try on your own. Once you get the template, you can follow. Okay, and then at the end, because we have written a lot dekat tengah-tengah tadi, so our end tu pun pendek lah. Okay, because we don't want to take a lot of too many words for our concluding paragraph. Okay. Leave recommendation whether the movie is good. You must not miss reading this novel. You must not miss watching this movie. Okay, because it is suitable ke tak suitable ke for all ages, you decide. Okay, if Conjuring, for example, is not suitable for all ages, okay, it must be suitable for you and your for those who are 18 and above, but not for 12. Nanti dia ngigau malam-malam, kan? Okay, you must not miss watching this novel because it can be watched by teenagers 18 and above ke, ataupun because it is suitable to be watched with your friends during weekends. Okay, it is perfect for apa? Example, it's perfect for what? It's perfect for family watching. It's perfect for adults. Perfect for youngsters. Perfect for kids. Depends on what you are reviewing. Okay. Kalau you kata tentang restaurant, so it's perfect for everyone from all walks of life. Okay, boleh tengok, boleh makan restaurant. I suggest you, and to conclude, you must not miss. And then if you want to have one or two recommendation, I do hope that they can make the sequel of this movie, okay, or prequel of the movie. Tulis lah, because you make recommendations. Okay, and then I suggest you to find this novel. I suggest you to watch this movie, or you will regret it later. Kita nak bila orang baca review ni, dia rasa nak tengok. Okay, we want the people when after reading, even though this is for exam, but we want the excitement is there for the reader. Okay, imagine you send this review to a newspaper and they publish. Okay, contohnya they publish because your review is good, and then they publish the review, and then people start watching the movie again. Contoh, katakanlah Farhan tadi dia buat review tentang Saving Private Ryan, if people start re-watching the movie again, that's going to be good. Okay, that shows your review really attracts the reader. Okay, so we are towards the end of the session. Saya rasa lah towards the end. When you have finished reading, okay, followed your plan. Make sure you have followed your plan and answer the question. Provide clear explanation. Okay, pastikan you have provided clear explanation of what you're going to say. Remember the WH questions. Remember the checklist just now. You have completed your checklist. You have done your checklist. Able to caught the attention of reader in the first paragraph as early as in the first paragraph. Okay. Jangan fikir ayat yang bagus tu letak kat tengah-tengah, because your reader will start reading from the beginning, from the first sentence. Okay, so try to attract your reader as early as in the first paragraph. Each paragraph has topic sentence. This is if you are writing an article just now. Okay, each paragraph has topic sentence followed by example. Mesti ada example, contoh, mesti ada elaboration a little bit here and there. And use appropriate language, whether language is formal or informal. Okay, the language formal or informal, I just want to make things clear over here. Mostly people think that when we talk about informal language, and then you start using all these slangs, all this other type of variation of English, varieties of English. Okay, cuma informal and formal over here is talking about the audience. To whom we are writing this. So that is the formal or informal language we are using. Contohnya, when we are writing a report, so the language, if the report is written to your principal, so the language must be formal, less abbreviation. Okay, tak ada abbreviation and so on. So that's how formal the language is. When you are writing a letter, if you are writing a letter to your employer, to a boss, to a principal, so the language must be formal. If you're writing a letter for a friend, so the language will be informal. Okay, same like talk and speech. Okay, sometimes people are confused with between talk and speech. Which one is formal? So speech is more formal than talk. Just imagine an assembly and also a TV show. Okay, TV show lebih santai, so it's more informal. Okay, but speech is going to be Assalamualaikum, apa khabar saudara-saudari, and so on. So that's more formal. Okay, and this is for you to take away. This is your takeaways for today. The checklist, writing checklist. Okay, so that every time you complete your writing, you tengok, you dah complete tak all this? Do you have all this criteria? Tick saja. Okay, so kalau yang tak tick tu maknanya you haven't done, you haven't completed. Okay, so in the introduction, you write the introduction, you tick. In the introduction, did you write any scenario? Tick. And then did you able to relate with topic? Tick. Okay, so and if you have this checklist, you know which part you need to improve, which part you need to write, which part you need to add more. Okay. For example, your content, I forgot to edit that. The content point 1, content point 2, content point 3 supposedly. Then you have topic sentence, elaboration, example. Okay, this is for article contohnya. And then if you're writing a story, you have your characters ready, you have your characteristics ready, you have the event and so on. So this kind of checklist will be helpful for you when you want to write whether as a practice or for your exam. Okay, so I guess that's all from me. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for your active participation throughout this session. I really appreciate all the responses. If I can say thank you to each and every one of you here, yang responses, just to say some names over here. You have Hafiz, Heganadan, Bahya Hanani, Trisha, Louis Jet, Hosnina, and there are a lot more names here. If I scroll from top to bottom, a lot. Everybody is giving your full commitment throughout this session. Thank you very much. Okay, I do hope that we can collaborate again in the next time. Okay, once the MCO has been lifted, I can travel to your school. Okay, I'm very interested to go to SMK Bawong. You are muted, Cikgu. You are muted.
I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you for the great presentation. I think we thoroughly enjoyed throughout the session, and I will be glad inviting you to my school as well. Looking forward for that. All right. Okay, students. Just a friendly reminder again. Please make sure you already fill in the form, the link that I have been shared throughout the session. You will be provided with digital certificate, and yeah, I have taken down some names here. Those active participants. Maybe something is coming your way. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not promising anything. All right. I hope you benefited. Okay, some of you most probably had more than the rest. Okay, so that's for today. And I think the compulsory thing that we must do after every session is picture, right? Picture taking. So it will be really nice if all of you can just turn on your cameras or just take a print screen. Okay, come. Okay. Can you guys just turn on your camera, switch on for a little while? I'll just take few pictures. Okay. Okay. May I, especially the boys? Okay. Okay, looking nice, all of you. Okay. Okay, may I have some more faces, please? Okay, I think that should be fine. All right, that's all for today. If you have any question, please let Mr. Hazwan know. Okay, just anything if you want to ask, I'll just use this session for any Q&A. Also, the video is being shared in YouTube. Okay, you can always go and look again. Yeah, many of them are inviting you, sir. Anything else? If there is nothing more, I think that.
Hasina, excuse
Yes.
me.
Yes,
ask the student to fill the attendance in the link just now that I've given.
Right. Yeah, I've asked them to fill in. I think probably most of them have already filled in. Miss Hazwan, you're getting really famous here. Everybody is inviting you to their school. You have lots of visit to do then. Yeah, they. I bet he'll be coming to all of your schools, hopefully.
If not, physically, I'll go to the school virtually.
Yeah, sure. Why not? All right. Anything else, students? Anything you just want to ask? Our pleasure. Thank you for engaging and being active participant as well. Any more tips?
Any more tips? We need to do part 2 of the session.
Yeah, we can't actually cover everything in a very short period of time, isn't it? So
Yeah.
we need few more break sessions later. Yeah, please, I need part 2. We'll try for that. Okay. All right. Okay. So
Thank you.
This comment section is hilarious. Bismillah. Yeah. Good luck for you. Please give me some motivation advice. What advice? Why teachers stay safe? Yeah, you too. You're welcome. Glory Manchester United. God.